Now, yes, there is a lot of word of mouth about this movie before even it's released. But the one thing I have to say before walking this theater today, I was like, it's kind of cool that I get to see a Francis Ford Coppola movie in a movie theater. The man that made The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. Like, it's pretty cool that he made a new movie. Megalopolis stars Adam Driver and is about the city of New Rome as the main conflict between Cesar, a brilliant artist in favor of utopian future, and the greedy mayor Franklyn. Between them is Julia, her loyalty divided her father, and her beloved. From director Francis Ford Coppola, like I said, the man that brought you Apocalypse Now and the original Godfather and its two sequels, which, I mean, this man is regarded as one of the greatest directors in film history, okay? I respect what he has done in the past with obviously those films in particular, and I also like The Outsiders. I really like The Outsiders. But with this movie, I never saw a trailer until like 2 weeks ago, and obviously, let's just go ahead and talk about all the backstory. Yes, Francis Ford Coppola was seen on set in the behind-the-scenes video during the breaks, all up on the women who are the extras in this movie. He also announced that he is hiring people who are canceled in Hollywood to work on this movie, and this movie costs like over $100 million to make, and no one has heard of this movie. And I can't even say the title right, Megalopolis, so don't even expect me to get the title right throughout this video. So, I walked in this theater, and there was one other person in this theater, and I walked out saying, this movie will have its fans, but I will not be one of them. Okay, let's begin with the positives. First things first, the movie looks freaking great. Oh my gosh. Now, I did not see this in IMAX. I did not see it in the format of where you can walk up and ask a question to Adam Driver in the movie. No, I watched a regular standard version of this movie, and the movie looks really nice, okay? The sound mixing, the sound design, a lot of the CGI looks good, sometimes a little bit of the green screen, there's sometimes a little iffy, but that's most movies, okay? But I will say the CGI looked pretty good in this movie. I think particular performances in this movie were better than others. I think my favorite was Aubrey Plaza, who plays a character named Wow Platinum, and she is in a whole different movie. I think that's why I liked her performance. She's very different in this movie, and I admire that. Her and Shia LaBeouf, which I haven't seen him in a minute, obviously for certain reasons. He is very good in this movie. He's also in a different movie. He does dress up as a woman in one part of this movie that I was like, didn't know that was going to happen. But of course, you have Adam Driver, who is very good in this movie. I think he's always good in movies, like everything I've seen him in. You got Gus from Breaking Bad. I can't say his name right, so it's Gus from Breaking Bad. And the whole cast, like, feels like a different director for each performance. Like I said, Aubrey Plaza and Shia LaBeouf are my favorite performances because they are so out there and different. Everyone else's is very, very serious. And a lot of these characters have attributes to the story that is explained in the movie, but is never used. And I'm like, why did this character know time and space, whatever? Like, I don't know. And then there's like certain plot lines in this movie where like this movie is not cohesive of what the entire movie's about. Like, it's about Adam Driver and this mayor and Megalopolis. Sorry if I said the name wrong again. I just found the movie to have so many subplots that didn't need to be there. And there's a few of them I'm like, why? Like, why? There's one doing with AI and porn. And I was like, what? Why are we doing this? And then there's beautiful scenes of like, scenes that look straight up like Ben-Hur. I'm like, these look great. But why are we spending so long in this? I don't know, it just seems so big and extra. It looked nice, but I was like, I don't need more of this. I'm good. But when it comes down to like the story of the city and everything, I think there's ideas and the look of the movie and the production value adds to the movie where I'm like, okay, there's a world in this movie where like a season's worth of TV, this would have worked better. in a 2-hour, 20-minute movie, I feel like there's so many ideas that Francis Ford Coppola wanted to do that he just kind of threw stuff in there at times. And I know this movie was like in a long development, and I heard that he's like paying for all the marketing and trying to. The studios did not want to stream this movie because it was over $100 million. And I'm here to tell you this. This movie will flop. I will guarantee you this will be probably the biggest flop of the year because no one's heard of this movie. And with the marketing tactic of using AI quotes did not help your case. Now, I know that wasn't Francis Ford Coppola's fault, but it is what it is. Now, I'm talking a lot about like the outside stuff. The actual movie itself, I just kind of found boring. Like overall, like again, there's interesting ideas. The look of the movie carries the movie. The performances aren't bad, but some of them are just in different movies. Like Jon Voight is in this movie. He's horrible. I think this is one of his worst performances in his career. And Jon Voight's a freaking great actor. He's horrible in this movie. And by the end of the movie, like I left saying, were you trying to say more than what you got? Because you had 2 hours and 20 minutes to say a lot of stuff. And it just felt like a lot of mumbo jumbo, boring stuff. And I just wasn't into it. I can see people admiring this movie more than me. So go in with a grain of salt. It's Francis Ford Coppola, the classic director, but this movie is a movie I will never watch again. I'm going to give Megalopolis a D+. And yes, go ahead and roast me in the comments. Yes, there are words out there that all of us can't say, and I just can't say Megalopolis. Megalopolis. There you go. I kind of said it. And if you guys enjoyed this movie review, let me know if you saw it, and let me know your thoughts. I didn't think it was that good at all, but you might like it more than me. And if you guys enjoyed this movie review, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.